Good afternoon. Sorry, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, fellow vendors, participants. Sorry, we're just starting a little bit late. We're going to have the media chat now, which is going live, and it's only for 10 minutes, and immediately after the media chat, the program starts immediately, where we have the program starting here, and at the point of opening the exhibition, we all move over there. So for the media chat, my president, sir, can you join us for the media chat? Architect A. Benemo, FNI. Can we also have the past president of the Institute, Architect Toye Braid, FNI, to join us for the media chat. Also, can we have our celebrity architect for the year, Architect Obaladiga FNI, to join us for the media chat, and our female celebrity architect for the year, Architect Abimbola Ajayi, to please join us on the item for the media chat. And thereafter, we'll now start today's program properly. And the media chat is going to be conducted by one of the media gurus around, and that's in the person of Samuel. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Sorry for this.
Setting okay for you? Eh?
Yes, yes, it's okay, it's okay. Thank you, sir. No, I got it.
Okay.
It's a cool one.
The chairman, organizing committee, Biodo Fatui, please join us for the media chat. All our dignitaries shall be recognized when we start the program properly, please. Our first Vice President, Architect Bobolaji, join us for the media chat, please. And Architect D.K. Emmanuel, join us for the media chat, please. Samuel.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for my invitation. My name is Samuel Adeyemi, the strategist at the So, okay. Thank you. So, we're going to make this very fast. So, on the I table, we have the president and the chairman, and the panel of journalists that will ask their questions and what to expect at this forum. So, let me start from here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Justin, Academy News Editor across TV Africa.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Edidi Ongoto, and I write for Punch newspapers.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Victor Onegu from The Guardian.
Good morning. I'm Lamidi Bamidele, Vanguard newspaper.
Good morning. My name is Olale Basho. I'm from Housing Programs on AIT and TVC.
Good morning. My name is Isaac Obini. I'm from Plus TV Africa.
with TVC.
Okay, thank you. So we'll be asking the panel question. So I start from the question for the panel. those questions.
Sam, we can't hear you, please.
Oh, okay. So I said they will be asking you questions on what to expect at the Lagos Actors Forum 13.0. Please.
Good morning once again. I guess I just have to throw it open. Lagos Architect Forum 13.0, the city of Lagos, what is Lagos? So how is this particular forum different from the ones you've had the previous years? That's on the one hand. And secondly, we are all aware of the building collapse which occurred around the Butemeta area of Lagos State. I know I've asked this question before, but it is as though building collapses are like a recurrent and decimal here in the country. As architects, what have you put forward? How do we begin to, what do we need to do to ensure that this issue, this plague, this scourge of building collapse is something that we don't get to hear as much as often? Thank you. The question is directed to the Lagos chairman of the NIA.
Thank you very much. Please, your name again?
My name is Justin Akadonia Plus TV Africa.
Austin, from where?
Justin from Plus TV Africa.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Justin. Yes, Lagos Architect Forum has been created the past 13 years. And what it is all about is to synergize, to interact with the private sector, the public sector, the manufacturers, the suppliers of building materials, to see how we can move the country, most especially the states, forward. More to interact with the government and see how we can help in policy reform, in policy making, and also creating kind of a synergy between the public sector and the private sector. And also, it's so sad that we are where we are today when you talk about the building collapse. And fortunately, the person that started this initiative is here on this panel for the media chat. She's going to throw more light. And I'm glad my president, first vice, and past president is here. We will talk about how we're trying to eradicate building collapse in Nigeria. Coincidentally, our celebrity female architect for the year also has been the past chairman of the building collapse government. Presently, she's a member of the Lagos State's Fiscal Planning and Urban Development Appeals Committee. So I'll hand over to the president to talk about how the Nigerian supermarket is making its effort to make sure that we eradicate the building collapse in Nigeria. Over to you, Mr. President.
Well, thank you, David. I want to first start with the issue of 13.0. Yes, I'm the president of the Institute today, but I also form my team here in the Lagos chapter, and I'm very much part of this chapter and the initiatives that have identified this chapter. Now, LAF, as you're all aware, is in its 13th edition, and it has over the years grown from strength to strength. What it's necessarily trying to do is to look at this catchment area, which is Lagos, and see how as architects we can look at the environment and see how we can improve on a lot of things that happen in our environment. We try to analyze the physical development within the city of Lagos and see how we can get government to key into some of the suggestions that as professionals we should key into so that Lagos become a better and more livable city. It's also an opportunity for manufacturers of building products to exhibit them and let the architects who are area of building collapse. Well, it's unfortunate that the Lagos area seems to be leading in terms of how frequently buildings collapse. This is not unconnected with the fact that Lagos is a very densely populated area and the demand for land is very, very high. And so people in the beach to make money cuts on a lot of corners. The specific building we talked about in the Bute Meta had actually been marked as being distressed. So it means that the authorities have identified that building as not fit for human habitation. But just unfortunate that after it was marked, we need to take concrete efforts to evacuate the occupants so that they will not have this issue of building collapse. But be that as it may, that does not justify any collapse. And in the past, we've had collapses that are attributable to a number of factors, principally due to the fact that you hardly have the correct professionals man a lot of these sites. I want to make good to say that any site that has a full complement of the necessary professionals supervising the construction of that building is not likely to collapse. And that goes back to the point of enforcement. When building plans are approved, it does not just mean the relevant authorities in which this is the Lagos State Physical Plan Authority. I think there's an agency of the Lagos State government that has to be monitored, should ensure that there are conditions which are precedent to the approvals, and those conditions are very well spelled out. For instance, even by the time you set out, you have to invite the relevant agency of government to supervise your setting out. At various stages in the construction process, those officials and even the professionals should be there to sign off on the various stages to ensure that they meet with the design standards and that somebody takes responsibility for those things. Before I hand over to some other institutions, I also want to add that there's the issue of the building code, which a lot of states have been dragging in terms of implementation. The building code actually has some compliance forms built into the document, such that at various stages of the development of the building, you have relevant professionals signing off at different stages that they have certified, for instance, that the substructure has been done according to the designs that were approved. And that way, if anything goes wrong, you have professionals to board, and such professionals are normally very careful because they know that their livelihood is at stake, and they do not want to compromise and have their livelihood taken away from them. So this is therefore a call to our various state governments, particularly the Lagos State government, to increase the area of inspection of the projects that are going on. It is not when the building has already been completed that I now go there to mark it as not been approved. I think as the building, even case of the setting stage, by the time they are excavating for foundation and all of that, the government should need to go there and ensure that we do have proper approval and we do have the right professionals supervising such projects that should stop them to prevent a situation where we have the project has already reached an advanced stage. So I think at this stage, let me hand it back to Architect Amigola, who has had some experience with collapses and tribunals and all of that, to do some online stuff.
Thank you, Mr. President. I stand up this I don't.
Before we sit, can we kindly recite the pledge, national pledge? I pledge to Nigeria, my country.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you very much. The President, Nigerian Institute of Architects, Architect Eddie Ben Ebo, FNIA, the First Vice President, Nigerian Institute of Architects, Architect Mobolaji Adeniyi, FNIA, all national experts here present, all past presidents of the Nigerian Institute of Architects present here, Architect Bukola Ejiwobi, FNIA, Architect Tomie Olivia Bridge, FNIA, the Chairman, Lagos State Chapter, NIA, Dr. Architect David Bajagodubi, MNIA, Fellows of the Nigerian Institute of Architects present here, the Permanent Secretary, Office of Works, Lagos State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, Architect Adebayo Odusoya, MNIA, Chairman, Lagos State Appeals Committee, CPL Ayo Adeniran, the Chairperson, Female Architects of Nigeria, ably represented by the Lagos State Chairperson of the Female Architects of Nigeria, Architect Oyinade Akombi, MNIA, the ESCOs of the Lagos State chapters. The Chairman of the Kodo branch, Architect Victor Achibe, the Chairman of the Keja branch, Architect Femi Ade Wahab. Distinguished architects, our speakers. Let me introduce our speakers present this morning. Mr. Yomi Badijo Okusoya, Professor Abiola Soni, Architect Phil Lawson, Architect Sheyi Audu. The celebrating architects of the year, both male and female present. Architect Abimbola Ajayi, Architect Opa Ladega. The President, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, QSM Olayemi Shonubi, members of allied professions, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to this edition, the present edition of the Architects Forum 2022. So, we'd like to kick off with a welcome address. Or before that, I would like to invite Modiba Odunami to invite some people to the item.
Good morning, everyone. You're welcome to the Leaders Architects Forum once again. Picking up very quickly, we'll be inviting some of our special guests up to the high table. We'd like to bring to the high table the President of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, Architect Eni Benebo. A round of applause for him as he comes up, please. Coming up to the high table as well, we would like to invite the first Vice President, the Nigerian Institute of Architects, Architect Mobolaji Adeniyi. You're welcome. Would like to welcome to the high table past presidents, Nigerian Institute of Architects, Architect Bukola Ejimomi, FNI, Bukola Ogbon,
Gonna be the same name. The one.
you're welcome. Would also like to welcome to the high table the past president also, Nigerian Institute of Architects, Architect Tony Oliver Ray, FNI. A round of applause for him. All right. We'd also like to welcome to the high table our chairman, Nigerian Institute of Architects, Lagos State Chapter, and host for the event today, Architect David Majekudume. A round of applause for him, please. We would like to welcome to the high table our chairman for the session for today, Architect Tony Egoka, FNI. We would also like to welcome to the high table one of our celebrity architects for LAF 13.0, Architect OPA Laniga, FNI. A round of applause for him. We would also like to welcome to the high table another celebrity architect for LAF 13.0, Architect Abibola Ajayi, FNI. A round of applause for him. We would like to welcome to the high table the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Works, and his
FNIA, the National Executive Council of the NIA present, our Mama, the past president, the first female president of the Nigerian Institute of Architect Ola Izumi, PNIA, FNIA, and my teacher. When I say my teacher, he's my teacher, or he was my teacher. Another past president of the Nigerian Institute of Architect Oliver Bridge, FNIA, PNIA. Yes, all the distinguished senior architects here, most especially our male celebrity architect of the year, architect Opalaniga, FNIA, our female celebrity architect of the year, architect Abibola, FNIA, happens to be the first female chairman of this chapter, and in the record, happens to be the first female ATS of the institute. You're welcome. Chairman of today's session, who was also the past chairman of this chapter, that was before the current president. You're welcome, sir. Our keynote speaker, actually, if I tell you how the thing came to be, we were just sitting on a glass of wine. Oh, David, I won't mention where we are.
So there's an architect video music inside, and it's going to play also. So they're inside there.
Watching all what you architects are doing in Lagos. But you know, hold on, David, what is Lagos City? And we got into conversation for almost about an hour, almost 9 months, arguing, chatting, talking about this. We've been childhood friends. And no other person to be the keynote speaker for this is the public relations group. This is the advertising board. He is the president of African Public Relations Advertising Association. He's been the president of Nigeria, but is now the current African president. Mr. Yomi, and another senior friend whom we always get involved in talking about Lagos. And he talk about the city of Lagos. It's not only architecture. The other time I mentioned, yes, let's look at the internal revenue. How Lagos how does it affect you and I as an architect? And with that, Professor Viola Sani, SAN, all of the reputation, you're welcome, sir. Other president of the professional bodies, most especially the president of the NIQS. We've always been like 5 and 6, when you talk of the Nigerian Institute of Architects and the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. So no function that the NIQS is doing, neither the NIQS is doing that. You don't see my president and the president of NIQS following each other. They are 5 and 6. You're welcome, sir. Yes, and also the chairman, whom I've known maybe for almost about 2 decades. We worked together. The chairman of the Lagos State's Fiscal Planning and Urban Development Control Appeals Committee, that is in the person of town planner Adebiro. You're welcome, sir. I met him when he was the chairman, the state chapter chairman of the NITP. And not only that, even long time ago, we worked on so many laws for Lagos State. Town planner Adebiro, can you be upstanding for recognition, please? Please look forward, sir. Look forward to the process. Thank you very much. The College of Fellows, present, most especially Architect Awagu, I can recognize you, former director of the Institute of Directors, and another lovely aunt who has been very supportive in this chapter, Architect Mrs. Alamo. Thank you for being around. the former PS architect, Deepak. You're welcome, sir. The chairman of the branches in Lagos, we are still the only chapter that has branches in NIA. Architect Victor Achime, Reverend Achime, chairman of the Korodu branch. And Architect Adiwahab, chairman of the Federal. And by the grace of God, we started the process of having the Badagry branch in a short while. Another friend of the chapter who has been very supportive, Architect DK Emmanuel, the former chairman of River State chapter, and the former chairman of International Affairs. Now, also to the College of Fellows, I recognize Architect Adeoti, Architect Yolosen. You're welcome, sir. Eminent personalities, special guests, distinguished speakers, esteemed colleagues, partners, sponsors, exhibitors, students, press and media partners, and our visitors. It is with great delight and deep sense of honor to warmly welcome you to the opening ceremony and subsequent event of the Lagos Architect Forum 2022. In the series of the auspicious, excuse me, the wrong one was open. Right. On behalf of the Lagos State Chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome all participants to the 13th edition of our flagship program of Lagos Architects Forum 2022, also called LAB 13.0. Firstly, I wish to recognize and especially welcome our indefatigable Executive Governor of Lagos State, heavily represented by Architect Odusoya, whose kind acceptance to grant us to honor this presence of us to be a special guest is most appreciated. Firstly, I wish to recognize and especially welcome our indefatigable Executive Governor. My heartfelt and warm greetings is hereby extended to the Onion, who shall be here on Friday by the grace of God. I warmly welcome all our international co-hosts, the American Institute of Architects International, distinguished speakers, Lagos State governments, ministries, agencies, departments, and officials, representatives of AIA International, that is in the person of Larry Olushola, sponsors, exhibitors, and guests from all over the world who are here, both physically and virtually, to share their knowledge in the quest of development. Our allied professionals in the construction industry, the Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria, APBN, are duly recognized and warmly welcome and appreciated, especially the recipients of LAB Award of Excellence, the Special Advisor on Works and Infrastructure, His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State, Engineer Rabide Niwe, FNSE, FNICE, FNIOB, and our team who have worked tirelessly to revamp and sustain the development of infrastructure in Lagos State, as well as our last 13.0 celebrity architects, Architect Malagiga, FNIA, Architect Abimbola Ajayi, FNIA, who have been tremendous leaders and added supporters of Lagos Architects Forum right from inception, and they have continually supported NIA Lagos State Chapter activities in and out of sessions. The theme for this year's event, the city of Lagos. What is Lagos? Lagos should be one of the most famous cities in the world,
which can be referred to as the big city of Africa. The vibrant city is known for its uniqueness as an economic hub, flashy cultural lifestyle, high-flying business hub, and it is a city that has long captivated people from all over the world. Lagos City was the first capital of Nigeria, where Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa took the oath of office to become the first Prime Minister at the old National Assembly in Lagos. Our emphasis is on future of Lagos City through collaboration, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Through topical discussions, debates, intellectual stakeholders and key players here will have ample opportunities to share ideas and critical insights to review and offer solutions on how to effectively midwife a livable, sustainable Lagos State by extension to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Sponsors, exhibitors, delegates, especially those who are joining us for the first time, we believe that after now will make this a permanent feature in their annual calendar. Our desire is to build this forum to be enviable and innovation with as much regional spread across the world. This forum is also designed to provide us rare opportunities, as with previous ones, to renew our friendships, make new ones, and strengthen the professional works that bind us together as one family, dedicated to the advancement of the construction industry and socio-political and economic development of Lagos. For the benefit of those knowing about Lagos Architect Forum for the first time, this is an annual flagship event organized by Lagos State Chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Architects since 2009 for architects who live and work in Lagos, with active participation of construction industry professionals and service providers. The event is traditionally hosted at the Expo Center of the Hotel Suite Victoria Island. The parent body of the Nigerian Institute of Architects is an association of the leading Nigerian professionals in the construction industry. Being the largest and the leading advocacy group representing Nigerian development control, our members cut across the entire value chain and have been delivering quality services in the industry for over 60 years. The students of architecture in Lagos State are not left out. In the numerous activities lined up, the students are the hope of the future of our profession, and they will be at the forefront of the construction industry of the future. Hence, this is a good reason to chart a vision for the future of the Lagos built environment. We will continue to appeal to all governments, policymakers, regulators, legislators, captain of industries, and all industry stakeholders to incorporate the outcome of this forum into their plans, programs, and policies for a better operating environment that will have the desired positive effect on our respective economies. Let me quickly thank the steering committee, the Nigerian Institute of Architects Lagos State Chapter Executive Committee, our partners, AFP Julius Badger, West African Ceramic Limited, Royal Ceramics, CDK Integrated Industries, Coverstar Nigeria Limited, Custom Walls, AVN Global Ventures, Jaguar Group, LG Electronics, Robert Bosch, and Areta Woods, and for making this rich gathering worth our time this year, in, year out. I thank you for listening, and once again, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you on behalf of the NIA Lagos State Chapter. I wish you all a successful forum. May God Almighty, in His infinite mercies, bless you and all yours abundantly. Let us join hands to move Lagos State forward. Tesiwaju Lujewalu. Long life Nigerian Institute of Architects. Long life Nigerian Institute of Architects Lagos State Chapter. Long life Lagos State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The city of Lagos. What is Lagos? The access from 13.0. I think Monica would like to make some more introductions before we invite the president to come and visit us.
Good afternoon, colleagues. I stand on the existing protocols. Just like to make a quick correction. I'm here as permanent secretary officer of Works Mission Infrastructure and as an architect. I'm not really representing Mr. Governor, who, as rightly said by my chairman, will be here on Friday. So just to make that quick correction. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Very quickly before we move on, we'd just like to do some quick recognitions. We'd like to recognize architect Awadu of Pyramids. You're very welcome, sir. He's one of our very senior and most respected architects. We'd also like to recognize architect Sunday Odetoye. He's a past national treasurer, Nigerian Institute of Architects, and a great supporter of Lagos State Chapter. You're welcome, sir. We would also like to recognize in our midst here one of our co-hosts, yes, the AIA International, architect Lanre Olushola, who is the director of, you're well, very welcome. We would also like to recognize architect Mumi Agbaje, FNIA. You're welcome, sir. We would like to let everyone know that we will have the Fellows Dinner later tonight, starting from 6 p.m. here at the Brown Ballroom. Cards are available, and if anyone would like to get one for the Fellows, please, you can please reach out to me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Still standing on existing protocols, I would like to invite the president of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, Architect Venerable PNIA, FNIA, to come up with this address. Please, round of applause. Well, the chairman, Lagos State Chapter of Nigerian Institute of Architects, our host. I will try with the protocol, even though you have done a great job at that, because it's quite a long one. But I'll try to make sure I cover as many people as possible. The first Vice President of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, Architect Ubolaji Adili, my veteran advice. You're welcome, all the way from Ibadan. Other members of the Executive Council of the Nigerian Institute of Architects here present. I can see the Chair International, Architect Lanre Olushola. There's somebody I always take for granted. I don't know if he's here. I always forget him each time I mention ESCO members because he looks to me more like a student than an ESCO member. I also want to recognize our past president, Momo, as we call her, architect Mrs. Ejiwi. She has been a pillar of support for this chapter. And it's good, it's gratifying to note that, like other past presidents, Once they leave, you don't identify with the chapter anymore. I'm quite happy that Momo always identifies with this chapter. Whenever things are going wrong, she calls me, what is going wrong? My president, what is happening in Lagos chapter? So you're welcome, man. I also want to recognize another past president, architect Tonye Bridge. Tonye Bridge and I go back quite a long way. It may interest you to know that Tonye Bridge, or architect Tonye Bridge, I take it for granted, each other called Tonye Bridge, taught me as a student. And he nurtured me through the process. And he was very, very instrumental in my becoming the vice president. So architect Tonye Bridge, you're welcome. I also want to recognize architect Tony Aigoga. A lot of you will not know him. As the one who is trying to drag him back into the fold. Architect Tony incidentally handed over to me as chairman. He was the chairman of Lagos chapter before me. He handed over to me. So architect Tony, I hope you'll be more visible in the Lagos chapter going forward. I also want to recognize another pillar of the institute and somebody that has become almost like an institution in NIA, architect OPA Ladoga. It's okay. That person that he never says no. If it has to be NIA, he never says no. I recall when I told him, please, so this my Lagos chapter, I feel like say, decade, can you come and help me bring things out? And then he didn't hesitate. And he led the committee to try and put things together and make sure the Lagos State Charter becomes what it used to be and becomes something different. So I am very
Please.
I would like to recognize the architects of people that and looking forward and unwavering course. I recall when I was chairman, I became the secretary, and I approached her and said, people can be my secretary. And she said, you can't like public appearances. I said, don't worry, we'll take care of that. And then before we knew it, she was speaking like a firebrand at the campaigns and all of that. She eventually succeeded me as chairman of Lagos chapter. Of course, love is her baby. Love came to be under her watch. And so I'm proud of her because you see, you never really succeed until your successor succeeds. And I'm glad that that initiative which started as is 13 years down the line and it's growing from scratch. So our speakers, I may not have anything to say about you personally, but I know that from the chapter we have chosen both of you, it means that it's something that you have to offer the architectural profession and the society at large. And we look forward to this very, very educative and enlightening lecture because of today. You're welcome. After forgetting my mom, Lagos State Ministry of Physical Planning. Sorry. You're welcome. I initially thought you don't want to when he did not send you. Okay, I did buy your so you're welcome. I'm a young man. I don't know you, but I know from the chapter to have selected you as one of the speakers. You bring to the table that new generation. You belong to Generation Z. Are you a Gen Z or yeah? Okay, so I know you're coming with some level of experience. You know, some of us may think we are young, but if you look at the trajectory of how technology is moving, you know that a lot of us are becoming dinosaurs, so to speak. I also want to specifically acknowledge another, would I call him a mentor, but architect Awaru. I'd like to especially recognize you. I am an alumnus of pyramids. So those of you in Lagos, you know what pyramid stands for. So as that young architect who had just been licensed and was looking for somewhere to apply his trade, architect Awaru offered me a place in his firm, and I have no regrets for the time I spent with you. Thank you, architect Awaru. I also want to acknowledge my brother, QS Shunibi. Like the chairman said, we've come to build this bond between us that we try as much as possible to be present at each other's functions, and that way we try to cement the bond between our various professions in the built environment sector. And I know I was at an event in Abuja, which was very well supported, and it was quite enlightening, and I'm happy you are here. Even though this is a state charter event, but you made that time. And in my short conversation with him, he seems to know so much about Lagos Charter that I was wondering whether he's not a secret member of this charter. You're welcome, sir. Then I have some elders of this chapter that I always respect and count on their loyalty. Number one of those is architect Theo Lawson. Yes, you. Theo Lawson, of course, is very supportive of this chapter because you know that chapter meets a facility that manages monthly, and that is a plus for being, and there is never any support for the chapter. I also want to acknowledge architect Apache. Even though this is your new look, I don't understand it. Architect Apache, I have known architect Apache from the first meeting I attended in Lagos chapter way back. And he has not wavered in his support for the chapter. He always attends all Lagos chapter events, and I congratulate you and thank you for that. And architect Adeoti, yes, another prominent member of this chapter, and also a pillar of support. Of course, I'll not forget Mr. Alamus, I'm seeing you, and Korea, right? And a lot of other parts of Punta, I can see you there. Yes, and of course, Emmanuel will be the last. Our past permanent secretary, forgot to name now, Digwe. In fact, I used to confuse your name with some other one, just Digwe, right? Okay, so you're welcome. It's difficult for me to capture everybody, but I will not end this protocol and recognition without recognizing my wife, architect Mrs. Emanuela Benepo, popularly known as activity.com, for reasons you all know. She's been a pillar of support to me ever since I started being active in the MIA. And I said, do you remember that joke you used to joke? Yes, that each time I'm contesting, she's always pregnant. Yeah, those were the days. All right, thank you. In case I've not. Okay, yes, the town planner, Didiro, and you're welcome. Yes, again, the branch chairman of the Lagos chapter, Ikorodu branch architect, Victor Achime. You started it all. I recall those days when, you know, that's the beauty of having branches. Those days when we used to meet at JQR, and I would run into Victor, because of the week. And I said, I didn't come from it. He said, I didn't receive notification. I said, but we sent text messages now. How come we didn't get notification? Technology has not advanced this much, and cell sites have not been as many as they are. So you say you didn't receive it. I said, okay, unless you come to my 12, the text messages may not enter your phone. Because back then, text messages in the there no cell site. So I'm happy we are now heading the branch, and from the last visit I had during the Founders Day, the Ikorodu branch has really come of age. And what for your branch, we never may have remembered to celebrate our NAFO the way we did. So thank you, Ikorodu branch. Wahab, I would also want to recognize you. Ikeja branch, the latest branch in the Lagos axis. Again, so much is expected of Ikeja branch, and it has probably a higher concentration of architects than even the other branches. And it's also domiciled in the seat of Lagos State government, and so I know that you will do a lot to promote architecture. And I look forward to Badagry branch. And oh, my friend TK, I would not have forgiven myself if I forgot you. So, past chair Rivers chapter, past chair international, also a current council member in his chair special duties, so he works very closely with me. So, ladies and gentlemen, exhibitors, graduates, associates, student members, and of course members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is my profound pleasure to be your special guest at this year's Lagos Architects Forum, the 13th in the series with the theme, The City of Lagos, What is Lagos? I am particularly pleased to see that over the years, LAF has taken on a life of its own and has continued to grow from year to year into the success story it has come to be known for. I also want to commend the Lagos State Chapter for making the Institute proud through this flagship event, which has continued to attract participants both locally and internationally. I also want to use this opportunity to once again congratulate the chapter for the inauguration of the Ikeja branch earlier in the year and for the maiden edition of the late architect Michael Olususem Onafo Memorial Lecture initiated by the Ikorodu branch of the chapter to commemorate our Founders Day. You are indeed blazing the trail. LAF 13.0 is coming at a time when the Institute is re-strategizing towards taking a giant leap into the future, as encapsulated in our recently concluded retreat with the theme, Looking Back so we can leap forward. Some of the gains will begin to become manifest in the coming months and years. The theme of this year's LAF promises to be quite educative and will open our eyes to the emerging possibilities the ever-dynamic city called Lagos has to offer in the field of architecture and urban design, amongst others. The role of the architect in the evolution of cities cannot be overemphasized, and that is why when the architects speak, everyone cannot but listen. Let me seize this opportunity to emphasize the need for us to key into some of the flagship initiatives of the International Union of Architects spearheaded by the UIA Region 5, headed by our architect Tukumbo Omishore, called the Great Green Wall Initiative, for which the Students' Ideas Competition was launched on the 18th of April 2022. As this signals the first time the UIA Region 5 is initiating a competition involving other regions of the world body of architects. We cannot afford to stand aloof while the rest of the world takes ownership. I would therefore want to use this opportunity to encourage our students to actively participate in all competitions of the Institute and our affiliates whenever they come up, as this is the surest way of gaining national and global recognition. Finally, we must continue in our advocacy role as watchdogs of society in promoting best practices in the building procurement process to avert the ugly consequences of building failures and building collapse as a corporate social responsibility. I thank you all for listening, and I look forward to the next 3 days of fruitful deliberations and exhibitions of new products in the industry. Thank you, and God bless.
Please, once again, another round of applause. It's from the President of the Architects Association of Nigeria, District Architects of Nigeria. And right now we have a lot of address, but I don't believe the person is here right now. And it will be shown on the screen. And that will be by the President of AIA International Architects Scott Gold, PAIA International, AIA.
Yes.
Please give us audio.
Architect Mr. Lonray is our Director at Large and representatives of the country of Nigeria. Hello everyone, and greetings from Tokyo, Japan. My name is Scott Gold. I'm from the U.S., but I reside in Japan, and I am AIA International's president for this year. I got a nice request from my friend and architect, Mr. Lonray Omosola, who is our Director at Large and representative of the country of Nigeria. He asked me to say a few words on behalf